Now we're going to map out those application entry points. This is a very important step during the engagement. These entry points are where data enters and interacts with the application, and they're pretty much critical because they represent areas that an attacker may be able to exploit to inject malicious data or carry out other types of attacks. Understanding these entry points helps us prepare a blueprint of the application's attack surface, essentially identifying the potential areas of weakness we need to focus on during the testing process. The primary objective here is to identify possible entry and injection points through request and response analysis. These can be any part of the application that takes in data from the user or another application. This also includes URLs, form fields, cookies, and HTTP headers. When we analyze the requests and responses, we're looking for how data is passed around in the application, which usually involves understanding the different HTTP methods used and the parameters that are sent with these requests. For instance, GET parameters are usually visible in the URL itself, while POST parameters are sent in the body of the HTTP request, typically unseen without the aid of certain tools. We usually test to discover vulnerabilities that could be exploited by attackers. So thoroughly understanding the application's data flow, we can identify areas that are not properly validated, encoded, or secured. If an attacker can manipulate these entry points all the same, they could potentially gain unauthorized access, steal data, disrupt services, or execute other malicious actions. To conduct this testing, we often use tools such as Burp Suite or Zap, but these tools allow us to observe, intercept, and even modify the HTTP requests and responses that are sent between our browser and the application. During testing, we're usually interested in where GET and POST request methods are used, the parameters used in the POST requests, the hidden parameters within POST requests, parameters used in a GET request, custom headers, or any additional unusual headers as well, any new modified or added cookies, along with redirect such as 400 status codes or even 500 internal server error codes. Usually during testing we make a note of this, either in a spreadsheet or a Word document, just recording each request and its parameters, the type of request, if the access was authenticated or unauthenticated, if TLS was used, or if it was a part of a multi-step process. General things like that is what you want to keep in your notes while testing in this area. Here we can use their example of a GET request to purchase an item from an online shopping application. In this case, I would note that the customer ID, item, price, IP, and cookie are all potential entry points for this application. Taking a look at the second example here, where the POST request would log you in this particular code snippet, I would test the parameters of user, pass, debug, from trust IP, and custom cookie, as I see that they could all be potential entry points for the application. Now, as for gray box testing, it is a combination of pretty much black box and white box, where we have a partial understanding of the application's internals. Developers may provide us insights to the application's architecture, data flow, or specific request formatting that the application would accept, pretty much making our test process more efficient and more effective. In summary, identifying application entry points provides us a good view of the application structure and interaction points. This is the first step to conducting a focused security testing process. The insights gained here allow us to build a more efficient testing strategy and uncover vulnerabilities that may have been missed in a less targeted approach.